What's up, guys? Welcome to the Nerd Mulisha, guys. Today we are talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm gonna call these like retrospectives or look backs reviews just Maverick cuts for now on, specifically because like I believe the definition of Maverick is somebody who has a different way of thinking or looking at things, and I definitely do when it comes to this show. I definitely feel like I'm going to be the killjoy, and I don't want to be that. Like, I wish I could just take things and like shut up, but I can't, and I have to voice my opinions on Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Okay, so full transparency, guys. I really do feel like Falcon, Anthony Mackie, has got the short end of the stick when it comes to the characters in the MCU. I jokingly always say to friends that Anthony Mackie is the one Avenger who is horrible at avenging. If I could wrap up the season in one word, I would call it unbalanced. I honestly felt a way about this until I realized, well, I remembered a little nugget, and I'm not sure what world or what Earth or what rebranding this happened in, but there's a little nugget of knowledge about Sam Wilson as the Falcon, that something that's happened to him in previous comic books that we'll talk about towards the end of this, that kind of gave me faith in what they will do to him in this series or film moving forward. I only have a few things that kind of ruin this for me, and I don't have a number pattern for this, so we'll just go to whatever pops in my mind. That's what we're going to talk about. And so the first thing that pops in my mind is Isaiah Bradley and how they handled him. Now, moving forward, he ties into that little nugget of knowledge that I just rediscovered that we're going to get to the end of this video, that I think will make me feel differently about how they presented him in this series. However, I was a little bit disappointed that he was like super excited about like the one statue they give him that happens to be in the corner of the exhibit of Captain America. I kind of felt like they missed an opportunity there to either put his statue near Captain America or where you walk in. Too often, like, and this scene sort of symbolizes that, but too often African American history is hidden from us, and like just a lot of things that you wouldn't have known that has happened in our history. You usually have to go like around a corner, figuratively speaking, like around a corner. You have to do some deep diving to find them. A real point that goes with this is Netflix is doing an anime about the Shogun, like I think the first Black Samurai. Almost, I think he might have. No, I think he was like the first shogun of Japan, and he happened to be black. I was gonna say I think he was the first samurai, but he wasn't. And that's happening this month, right? But like that's knowledge I happen to know about, but not every African American kid or adult knows about these people, and that's just because like this isn't readily available. And that scene kind of like shows that like you have to know where his exhibit is to find it. And I know I'm speaking in terms of the world that they built and it's not real, but still, like that just kind of like rubbed me the wrong way when I saw that. I'm such a freaking killjoy, and I'm so sorry, guys. I am so sorry. Let me brighten this up a bit, okay? Besides these things we're going to talk about, it was a decent show. I hope that helps. So also on top of that, I think like there was a missed opportunity to kind of make Isaiah Bradley a strong character and making him the power broker. I get it. It's pretty cool. They switch things around. Agent Carter is a power broker. She's also female, so there was a total gender swap. And that's cool. They chose to do that route instead of doing a racial swap. Whatever. They had choices. They made that one. But my reasoning behind making Isaiah the power broker is there's this like magical Negro trope that's often used in films, and then on top of that, there's like the black person, the African American person that's always forgiving in films. Like no matter what you do to them, like as long as the character is apologized to towards the end of the film, all is forgiven. And I feel that statue was that for him. But I felt that they could have made Isaiah the power broker, and then sort of like he's now owning, like he's in control of what the government did to him, like he is the answer. He's taking control of the super soldier serum now. Like they did all this stuff to him and now he's like in full control. He decides who the super soldiers are now. And I think that would have been cool. Like this innocent old man that was in hiding and stuff like that. Like, you know, a good front, that would have been awesome. And to add to that, and I know like it's kind of like, well, they kind of already did that with Killmonger and Black Panther, but Steve Rogers at one point, I think all new Marvel, when that happened, he becomes a super soldier. He's old Steve Rogers. And I think they could have done that with Isaiah Bradley, making him like the new super soldier, and then Falcon kind of resembling the old guard, because he's kind of like, well, people hate me, but like we're gonna work through this together type of deal. And Isaiah Bradley is kind of like, nah, like they don't want to work with us. Fine. It's literally Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, right? Well, televised Martin Luther King, but that's a whole nother discussion. And that brings me up to one of my other points is the reason why the series felt unbalanced is because Disney was afraid to take a stand and say like what a confirming voice with any of these characters that Sam Wilson is that. Sam Wilson is Captain America. I think only like one person, and that person might have just been like an officer or an FBI agent, nobody really of any power, that happened to be in a suit, calls him Captain America. Like nobody, I don't think anybody with like decision-making power actually calls him Captain America. And that's like one of the other things that stuck to me in this whole thing is like, at no point does like anybody say like, oh, thanks for stepping up as Cap, or welcome to our side, Captain America. Well, we understand, like nobody with power like confirms that he's that, right? Like nobody says that. Not even Bucky says that, like, which is like super weird. So I think like we spent all this time, like, why are you burying him? Like make him Cap, say he's Captain America. Like you could write somebody in to just say that. And so to touch on what I've always said with my friends is that like Sam is the only Avenger that's bad at avenging. Well, now he's bad at being Captain America. And oh man, I'm so sorry guys. I don't want to be this guy, but like Disney makes me this guy. And I feel like we're celebrating too early, okay? But anyway, back to that, it's like when he's fighting Carly or Kara, whatever her name is, like when he's fighting her, there's two battles going on, right? There's the physical battle, but there's also the battle for morality, the battle for Carly's soul, right? To make her good, to redeem her. Both of these battles, like Sam loses, and that's like the thing, that's like the kicker. Hell, that's the crux of all of Steve Rogers' whole MCU run, right? Was taking Bucky and making him better. Like he's not the Winter Soldier anymore. And Sam essentially failed in that. Like, and physically and morally, he just failed, right? So like they gave him this, like they just let him drop the ball there. So boom, that's a ball drop. So on top of that, when he has to face George, that doesn't work out. Like George is a normal dude. Like he can't, like, it's just like, why are you guys doing this? So he loses to this guy. He can't even get a clean win on this guy. Like, I was just like, come on guys, like, what are we doing? Like, he's got the costume. Like, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say to us? What are you trying to say to the viewer? Are you trying to say that it takes more than just the costume and the shield to be Captain America? I mean, I guess, but I mean, I think he really needed a confirmed win, because literally this whole show and in the movies, physically, Falcon's just been getting beat down, like just horribly beat. Like it's not even funny anymore. Like give this guy a win. And specifically a win without help, like something that Steve Rogers would do, right? Okay, and so the other thing I want to talk about is, like, again, like I said, they keep burying Sam Wilson. Like if it's a physical burying, and when I say bury, I mean like they keep like it's a wrestling term, and like they keep pushing him down. Like he's in my opinion, watching this show, he's really not worthy of wearing the Captain America costume. Like, yeah, he's a good guy, but he just gets physically destroyed all the time. Like, so, and he can't save people morality wise, like with Carly or with US agent, or yeah, US agent. The other thing that I just really didn't like, it didn't gel with me again, and I feel like this is like a whole fucking episode of just trashing it. But I'm just gonna make a shirt that says Killjoy and then like the Nerd Mulisha logo on it. Like, I am so sorry, guys, but again, this is just things they did this to me. I didn't want to become this. The other thing is Madam Hydra, where she's telling like John Walker, like, hey, like, stuff is about to get weird, which is true because as we're moving on to the next phase of Marvel, we have the Eternals, Doctor Strange is happening, Spider-Man is happening, but she's like, stuff is about to get weird and we don't need a Captain America. So wait, you mean to tell me we don't need the one thing that we have been like getting to in this whole situation? And I get it, like she's Hill, she's the bad guy, she's supposed to say that, but it's low-key kind of true. That's not a pun. It's kind of true because there are these supernatural, superhuman beings coming. And unfortunately, with Sam being set up in the way that he's set up, where he can't fight anybody, he doesn't win, he can't do anything, like the realistic move forward is how is he going to handle any of this stuff? Like at this point, you might as well just give the costume shield to Bucky. I mean, at least he has some power, some strength to get through this. So yeah, guys, those are things that like just made this whole season, the 6th episode thing, just like feel like really weird. I'm interested to know like. I mean, I'm sure we would never get it, but I would be interested to know what like Mackey's take on this is, and like how he looked through the whole 6 episodes, because it was just like, man, can this guy get a win? Like, can something good happen to this guy? All right, guys. So hopefully you've made it past all the negative things I've had to say about the series, and this is the little like extra bit of knowledge I realized about how they set up Sam and how they set up Isaiah Bradley. So here's the deal. I believe Marvel Reborn, which is the world where Franklin Richards creates an alternate reality, Sam gets injured. He gets like horribly injured, like almost like paralyzed, like he can't walk, he might not make it type injured. In this comic book, Steve Rogers gives Falcon a blood transfusion, which means Sam gets the super soldier serum in his body, and he gets all the powers that Steve has. So that leads me to believe or to wonder if this is kind of what's going to happen if there is a Captain America 4. Is Sam, being Captain America, going to get injured, what leads Isaiah maybe to sacrifice himself? I don't know. Maybe giving his blood is something that he can't survive, or maybe he does. But giving Sam the blood transfusion because he now believes in Captain America to get him back on his feet, thus making Sam superhuman. So that's the only way for me that they can fix everything, because now like there's no excuse why Sam should be losing. There's no excuse to why Sam needs Bucky. He could handle these things on his own, and if Bucky does come along, it's more of a true Cap and Sam adventure, like in Winter Soldier or in the other Captain America films, or whenever Bucky's around, if they don't want to do that, just give Bucky his own show. I'm down to watch a Winter Soldier show, or I'm down to watch the Thunderbolts if that's what they want to make. But as of right now, where we stand, like, yeah, I'm not excited to see Captain America 4. I mean, they've literally drugged this guy through the mud, like they just trashed him the whole time. Like, I don't even care anymore. On top of that, now we're going back. Why does he fight like Steve Rogers? Like, why? Like, I think it would have been awesome to see them let Sam actually come into his own. Because, again, it's that unbalanced thing, right? Like, I know I just said a good thing, put him back in here. But it is sort of unbalanced. It's that unbalanced thing. Like, just... like, they want him to be Captain America, but not. And he does all the flips and twirls and stuff. It would have been awesome to see a Captain America. You could make judo and boxing and normal karate look good. I mean, just look at the 80s, you know what I mean? Like, you could do some good stuff that just... makes him look good. Like Kill Bill, what is it, Volume 1? Lucy Liu's character, like when they show the animation of her dad, and her dad is like just boxing these dudes and stuff like that. I always thought that was so awesome. Like they can do that sort of thing. But like, and the other missed opportunity is like he's getting beat down, and they missed the opportunity to say to have him say like, I could do this all day like Cap did. And it's like I've voiced this opinion to my friends, and they've all said, but they don't want to make him like exactly like Captain America. Then why is he fighting like Captain America? Like you see this unbalancing act they're doing, like it's just unbalanced. But there's hope, and there's hope with that little bit of knowledge I've shared with you guys about Isaiah Bradley, or Captain America in The Heroes Reborn, which is the reality that Franklin Richards made, where Captain America gives him a blood transfusion and becomes superhuman. Maybe in Cap 4, they use Isaiah Bradley. So, this is my Maverick cut of the entire season. I can't even go through this episode by episode. It was just like lackluster. Maybe episode 5 was great. I don't know, man. I just, to me, it just hurt watching this. I was just like, geez Louise, like this is a hard sell. Like if this was his like resume to join the Avengers, like can you get the Avengers, like could you imagine like if he was like, if they had to watch this, like Jesus, even Black Widow, like you saw, I know you guys saw the deleted scenes, but when like her and Hawkeye were gonna like fight Thanos straight up, no powers whatsoever, like even they're a viable threat. You know what I'm saying? Like, sheesh. They can make Sam Wilson look good. They just choose not to. Ah man. Disappointed in this. Sorry for this rant, guys, but I just had to share this. Guys, if you guys think I'm just being a grandpa just to be a grandpa, and you've got something that you can enlighten me on, let me know. Like, try to sway me, or at least help sway me that this was a good series, because those are honest concerns that I have, and why I don't think this was a great series. I just think it was blah. But I would love to talk about this and discuss this in the comments and stuff like that. So yeah, guys, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking out my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as usual, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Stay excellent.